Welcome. We have been working on our unit, Climate Change in Chicago. We're about to do Lesson 3. Reminder, Lesson 1, we discovered that the Karner blue population had gone down. Lesson 2, we learned about the butterfly life cycle, and you discussed what the monarchs and the Karner butterfly need. You learned that Karner blue butterflies need lupine leaves because it's where they lay their eggs. Today, we are going to be doing a simulation of how leaves and butterfly insects interact. We have the Karner blue over here. We have the lupine leaves over here. My lupine leaves need nutrients from the soil. So I'm going to be picking up nutrient leaves to represent the nutrients that the lupine takes in. Once I have enough nutrients, I can leaf out. I can grow and a leaf will come out. Once I've grown enough and I have enough leaves out, the Karner blue butterflies can start picking up the leaves, which they need in order to lay their eggs. Once their eggs are laid, they can gestate and they can become adults. Metamorphosize, I think, is the fancy vocabulary word that we use. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Miss Werner is going to be the Karner blue. Miss Werner cannot begin until Miss Burke has said go. I cannot say go until one of my mats is filled up for the first time. My growing season happens twice, so you're going to see me do each mat twice. At the end of the growing season, all the plants are going to die off because it gets cold in the winter and the Karner blue has to stop. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
I'm gonna wait until I hear Miss Burke say go.
Go.
Oh, there we go. Now I can start collecting food. This is my caterpillar finding food. These green ones right here. Okay, so now I have to wait for 2 lupin additions before I can continue egg laying.
And then lupine grow multiple times in a season. So that was its first growing season, that plant.
So I'm gonna add some more to my caterpillar finding food over here, and I'm gonna keep an eye on when she has started growing 2 more lupin. When 2 more lupin have leafed out, right now my pupae are waiting before they can continue egg laying. Oh, she did 2 more. So I'm gonna add some eggs up here to my adult egg laying.
But sometimes all the plants already have butterflies who have been on them, so they have to they're waiting for a new plant to leaf out because the other ones, there's too much competition.
So now I'm waiting for 2 more. Okay, now once I got 2 more, I can keep going over here. She did 1, 2. Okay, I can add more to my pupa who are waiting for adult egg laying here. Waiting a little more, there's 2 more. I can maybe do it down here.
And you see Miss Burke is getting to the end of her second growing season, and what's about to happen is, I say stop. There's still some lupine leaves left. So the Karner blue, if there was more, maybe more adults could have pupated and come out and laid their own eggs, but there's some leaves left. All my Karner blues are adults. They laid eggs. So now it's about to be winter. They laid eggs. Their eggs are going to be insulated all winter. This was a normal growing season, like one of the growing seasons between 1996 and 2010. It was a normal, regular year. So now we're starting for real. It's a drought. There's less lupine plants surviving. Which means there are less resources for my Karner blue that rely on the lupine. Go. Now after one mat has a growing season, that's when the Karner blue can start. Now my first growing season's done. So there's less plants, but they're still gonna go through their 2 growing seasons. After I'm done with my first growing season, I clear my mats. I set up my green so that my leaves are ready to leaf out and I can keep track of if a leaf has gone out or not. And again, I'm gonna keep collecting nutrients from the soil. I'm at the end of my growing season. Stop. So that's it. Remember, in a normal year, all 16 of our adults squares were able to reach adulthood and lay their eggs. In this case, some of these butterflies, instead of being eggs that can survive the winter, they're still pupa. They don't have the ability to survive the winter. Here we have some adults. Here we have more stuck as pupa. The growing season's done. There's no more lupine. It's now winter, and we have less adults laying eggs at the end of winter. So I want you to think about, if there's less adults laying eggs, why might there be less adult butterflies the following spring? Next, in your packet, you're going to be working on page 5, which your teacher is going to explain more fully to you.